Girl, I can't believe you've been following me for that long because I have not talked about this in a very long time. For those that are new here, one of the reasons I was able to transition into project management so seamlessly was because I had my own business. I started a consulting firm where I was doing marketing type projects and I would build websites and I would do all these different type of campaigns and different things, and I understood how to be a product manager and a project manager. Once I realized that project management was the road that I was going to take, it was so easy for me to speak as a project manager, even though I didn't have the quote unquote formal education, because I already understood what needed to be done because I was already doing it. So if you are your own entrepreneur, a side hustler, whatever the case is, you can add that on your resume, and whatever role you're applying for, as long as you've done that role before, you can leverage that on your resume. A lot of people put their businesses on their resume and they put founder, CEO, and stuff like that. And honestly, that turns away employers because it looks like you're here for a good time, not a long time. Even though we know that's the whole case, like, baby, I'm here for y'all to pay my bills. Okay. I'm not here forever. You just can't let them know that. You feel me? So if you were developing your products and you were creating different strategies and figuring out how to put it out to the market, you even built your own website, you designed the graphics, you're doing product management, project management, graphic design, UX UI design, you're doing web design, you're doing so many other roles. And this is why I really need people to kind of tap into the skills that you have to see how you can leverage it in other industries and other places. But when I say add it to your resume, do not add all of them at the same time. Okay. If the goal is to get a role as a UX UI designer, optimize the resume for that and add your company on there and put that's the role you had. And then when it comes to the bullet points of what you did, make sure it highlights what you did as a UX UI designer. And this is where you can go ahead and use AI by telling AI what you did with your business and having it kind of formulate the proper terminology for what that looks like for a UX UI designer. Same thing goes if you want to leverage it as a project manager, if you want to leverage it as a product manager, all that applies. And then when you get into the interview, right, and they ask you about this, I need you to speak as if you were just an employee, not the owner. So every time I listed my company on my resume, I am just an employer. I was contracted for this time frame and I did this work. That is it. I do not get there and say, yeah, I started my own company. No, they immediately like, oh, she ain't trying to be here for real. And it's so crazy that they act like that because the contracts be like 6 months. Baby, if I started a business, you already know y'all don't want me here that long. Why you mad that I got my own business? That's neither here nor there. Anyways, good luck, y'all. And let me know what other questions y'all got.